What's going on, everyone? Happy Thursday to everyone. Hopefully everyone is doing well, staying safe, healthy. If you had to take a COVID test, hopefully you have tested negative. If you did test positive, I hope you have a full and speedy recovery with no long-term issues and no long COVID issues and no issues with any of the other viruses, because there's a lot of viruses out there that are a big problem. It's time for the Thursday edition of the Pandemic Update for Thursday, December 21st, 2023. First off, if you're new to my channel, subscribe down below and hit that like button if you like what you see here, or if maybe you learned something. Yes, we talk about the COVID pandemic and any other virus out there that is a threat to you. All right, starting off today, we're coming from you out in the wild again. This time we are out in Chester County, Pennsylvania, and I do have a couple of observations about this area. I'll bring that to you in just a moment, but first off, we have to talk about JN.1. That's been our top story. It continues to be our top story. Anywhere where JN.1 is now becoming the dominating variant, you are quickly seeing wastewater just rapidly go up. You're also seeing cases rapidly go up and hospitalizations. Let me explain a little further. New York State today, 5,632 new cases. Now you're probably wondering, well, why is he making that such a big deal? They had tens of thousands of cases during Omicron, BA.1, blah, blah, blah. Let me repeat that. 5,632 cases. That is significant because we are in a time where it's expensive, it's not easy, it's difficult to get a PCR test. BA.1, it was a little bit easier. You also had more people testing. Not everyone's bothering to get tested, and yet here you have it. 5,632 new cases in one day in New York State. That, my friends, is significant. You also have the fact that, hey, hospitals, they're not always testing for COVID right now. And what's the hospitalization number? It's now 2,221. Almost another 124-hour increase. Yeah, it's just rapidly rising now in New York State. JN.1 is the dominating variant there now. Let's go down the New Jersey Turnpike. But before we come to Pennsylvania, let's make a stop off in New Jersey. New Jersey is now seeing 62 out of 70 hospitals reported today. That's not enough, but 788 hospitalizations. So that number dropped, but again, 8 hospitals did not bother to report today. And now let's go across the Delaware River and come into Pennsylvania. 736 EMS incidents in Philadelphia County. And from my own personal experience, not using the CAD system today, I have seen a ton of ambulances. Matter of fact, at one point this morning, in a 10-minute period, I saw 3 ambulances at once headed towards Abington Memorial Hospital over in Montgomery County. I saw an ambulance out here in Chester County, but I can also make another observation. I just did a pickup out here, a restaurant pickup for delivery. And I was out here for another reason, but I did a restaurant pickup, and it was like, Jesus, 2:30 in the afternoon, and places are absolutely packed here. Please, my friends, mask up anywhere you have to go. That delivery, I did the delivery, but just seeing that there's this many people out and about in the midst of where more and more states, Pennsylvania included. Pennsylvania will probably go JN.1 dominant very soon, within the next week. It's going to happen in a lot more states. As we speak, it's probably happening in states right now. It's super risky. If you do not have to go places, don't. There's one of the biggest malls in the country just near here, King of Prussia Mall. I don't even want to know what that looks like on the inside. I don't even want to know what the masking situation is or how many cases are being spread about. Because right now, with JN.1 about to go dominant, these shopping malls are going to be super spreader. Lucky for me, I'm done my shopping. Done it all. Just have to wrap everything. Let's move across the seas for a moment, because we do have a couple things to talk about there. In London, the highest cases that they are seeing is it's in London. They're seeing the highest cases in the UK right now. That's what I'm trying to say. And they're putting the blame on the JN.1 variant. Sticking in the UK, there's a study that was out. COVID contact tracing study suggests length of exposure, biggest factor in disease spread. An analysis of 7 million contacts of COVID-19 patients in the United Kingdom estimates that more transmission resulted from exposures lasting 1 hour to several days, and that households accounted for 40% of spread from spring of 2021 to early 2022. So yes, this is relatively concerning. Something else that I just saw that I did not add here into my notes. I'm noticing over in India, this is really interesting. India, they are taking this so seriously, the JN.1 variant, that as soon as a case is identified in an area, they're reporting about it in the news. We're not even doing that here. However, at the same time, one could make the case that India's cases, they are just totally underreported. I think as a nation, or India as a whole yesterday, they reported under 20 cases. That to me just makes no sense. There's no way a place that has over 1 billion people just only had 20 cases. That makes no sense to me. Or do they have enough testing? Are people bothering to get tested? I don't know what the case may be, but just under 20 cases in India? Yeah. And likely they are likely they are having more JN.1 cases than they know about. Also this, JN.1, the WHO's newest variant of interest, has spiked COVID wastewater levels to all-time highs in some countries. And I do agree with that. We are seeing some places where JN.1 in the wastewater is just causing an extremely rapid rise, where it's just literally going straight upward. It's just to be out of control. Now, something else that's worth noting, and I always do like to add some positivity if I can. Not COVID positivity, but some positive news. It would appear that over in France right now, the JN.1 wave is starting to peak. Now, albeit it is peaking higher than last year's numbers, which that is not good, that they're going to peak higher than the wave of last winter. But right now, it does appear that they had a quick upturn. I mean, it went really up, really fast, and then all suddenly it stopped, and now they're starting to drop already just as fast. Remember with the BA.1 Omicron wave, we saw a really rapid, sharp rise, and then at the beginning of the year, it dropped. Now, I'm not saying we're going to follow France, but if it's an early indicator, it would be a good thing that they drop fast, but at the same time, it does signal a lot of people are about to get infected all at once, and we're watching what's happening in New York State. I'm expecting that hospital, what's happening there in the hospital situation, I'm expecting that something similar is probably going to happen in its own way in each and every state. So we could really quickly, folks, the amount of people in the hospital right now, it could either double or nearly double really fast as this happens. Now, in some cases, what we may see happen is New York State will go up really quickly. They will drop. And maybe some other states will just be starting to, or be in the middle of their upward progression of this JN.1 wave. So we'll have to watch what happens. Obviously, Christmas is not going to help things. You would think New Year's would probably be a super spreader as well, but based on history in the past few years, despite that, within the first week of January has been when we have been peaking. We'll see if that happens again this year. Each year's different, and unfortunately, this wave, what's going on in New York and what's about to happen elsewhere, probably soon in the Midwest as well. I would assume the Midwest is starting to do it as well. Probably what we're going to see here is some places are going to quickly get above last year in terms of wastewater cases. Don't know about hospitalizations. In theory, you would think hospitalizations are going to be higher in some places. Here's the reason why they may not be. While they may have more physical patients in the hospital, they may not be in the COVID count, because not all hospitals, again, this is an issue that I could rant on video after video after video, day after day. If you're seeing someone that has all the COVID-like symptoms and they're in the ER, please test them for COVID. You have to test, and if you don't, okay, get more testing into your hospital. You need to test patients for COVID. You need to do that. I'm seeing people who are hospitalized for a mysterious illness. They get out of the hospital and they say, "Did you ever get tested for COVID?" Well, no. Then they take a test. Oh, surprise! It's COVID. It's happening. It's real. Alrighty, folks. That's all I have for today. just continue to stay safe. And I remind you this, if you're starting to feel sick, or you just tested positive for COVID, it's too late now. You can't participate in Christmas in person. You have to do it virtually through Zoom, Skype, some sort of video format. That's just the way it has to be. That does it for today's pandemic update. We'll have another pandemic update again tomorrow from out in the wild. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe to my channel down below. I will see you guys all again next time. Oh, by the way, if you have any comments, leave them down below. I love to hear what you think about this content. Anything you would like to add, maybe something you would like to see. Again, we're going to be doing a couple special things next week because as of Christmas Eve, that's it. I'm done until New Year's Eve. I'm not doing any deliveries next week, taking a week off, which I normally do, but even more so because the surge is going to be really, really bad next week. And hey, it's Christmas week. Good time to spend some time at home. All right, I'll see you guys all again tomorrow. Until I see you again tomorrow, stay safe, everyone, and thanks for watching. See you next time.